How are you?
Good, good. You?
Um, how do you say good?
Good.
Good. Do you do it twice?
Yep. Twice.
Oh, good. And then you point, you? Good, good,
I
you?
just say good, good, and then you like a question mark. Good, and then how you?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a little
So good, you.
good, you.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes, yes.
Well, I like your t-shirt already, Survive and
Thank you.
Thrive.
Thank you. You can get one at the merch store called Millions.
Is that yours?
Yes, yes.
Is that your, oh, so you're gonna have to send me that so that when we post your video, um, we can include information like that
Yes.
that can direct everybody where to
Mhm.
go and where they can buy your stuff. It's welcome to Interethers interviews. It's so incredibly nice to meet you. Why don't you tell us who you are?
I am a I'm a survivor that went from tough times in a different country to being a football player and getting the opportunity from my adopted family that's been very supportive of me and, allow me to do things I'm doing today because for me, my biological family has struggled through a lot, many years, and I had the opportunity to break that. And here I am today, as a fitness coach and a sports coach doing my thing in St. Augustine, Florida, helping kids and adults, pursue their dreams through my story.
I think that's incredible. You're from Haiti, correct?
Yeah.
And when did you come to the States?
I came to the state on December 29th of 2005, and I was about 6 years old at the time.
And when you came over, did you know sign language?
No, I only knew Creole. We didn't
Okay.
find out yet that I was hard of hearing.
Oh, wow. So between the ages of, and you can hear me fine, right? Communication is totally fine
Yeah,
between you
I'm
and me?
reading lips and
Okay.
close and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just, that's important.
Mhm.
Um, so from 0 to 6 must have been so unbelievably difficult.
Mhm. Yes, it was a huge struggle, from the kid who was not expected to survive through many things, and you know, I was not expected to be where I am today,
Sure.
and many people are still struggling in Haiti.
Um, how did it happen where you were adopted? How did the separation from your family happen?
So what happened was that I was born, and then my family couldn't take care of me, put me on the street, or gave me away because oftentimes, they think, oh, it may be better for the kids since they can't take care of the kids. So I was with my brother who's older than me, and we're both living in the street, sleeping on uh, trash,
Mhm.
and we were both, eating from the trash and just getting by, we didn't really have a like a routine that we followed. We just got by and found whatever we could. And then one day, random people in the street saw us, and I got captured in the child slavery known as the Restavek.
Mm.
It's known as today's modern day slavery, And what they do is they capture anyone of um, like any age and just put them to work without pay. That's where parents that give their kids away or drop them off in the street thinks they'll help them with better life, but it's not the best. So I was about 3 years old at the time when I got captured.
Three?
Mhm. Three, three, not six. Three, yeah. But
Is this wrong?
yeah, this is three.
This is three. Is
Yeah,
it six?
yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah. So I went from eating, sleeping on trash you know, to a place I shouldn't have been in. And I got branded on my left arm right here.
Hmm.
And then one day I was just, minding my own business. And then a missionary came by and saw something in me and wanted to help. So she paid 60 bucks for me to get out of child slavery and, put me in an orphanage. And it wasn't much better, but it was better than the child slavery. And then one day I was found by a family in America, a Mastrapaolo family, and they wanted to adopt me. Well, my mom always said the first thing she always liked was that I had a big smile on my face, which was which I think, was very like rare, rare because it was hard to smile through the tough time, but that's what she liked. And then that's where the process like began of going through all the adoption stuff, paperwork, and finding like an like a language translator, bodyguard, and just someone to get me to America. But the same person that rescued me um, took me to America, and that's when I saw my adoptive family first in Miami, Florida. And the time I got there, I had many things to learn, like bathroom, because first thing I thought was I could go to the bathroom in a planter.
Yeah.
And my parents looked at me and said, we have to help him with the bathroom because in Haiti, I didn't have that. And if we did, I didn't know how to use it. And my first meal was pizza. So I had a big like box of it and I ate all of it, didn't share my food. And then this is where time got tough for me. So going back to Ohio, we don't talk about Ohio. um, I saw I saw snow and felt like a different like temperature for the first time, and it was not for me. I thought I thought it was about to kill me. That's why in Florida today because I don't like the cold weather. Anyway, that, but it gets funnier though. As I'm going through life in Ohio, I don't know how to communicate. Struggling with that. My response were not very fast. Was not picking up things. I was behind kids my age in school, um, and I wasn't hearing things. And one day, my mom was looking for me, I guess, and she called my name, but I was not responding. And also, when I first met them too, I wasn't really responding either. So they did a test on me in school, and I failed that test, and they thought, oh, maybe it was too interested in the headphone. But then went to a hearing doctor and tested it again and again and again, and it showed the same result. So then that's where I got hearing aids because me and my adoptive family didn't know much about the deaf community yet. And so that helped me in school. And then just like, I struggled to like sickness in Haiti, I struggled to some disabilities like learning disability, PTSD,
Mm.
that. And then I struggled at home too. So one night I decided,
It's a massive, it's a massive adjustment.
yeah, it,
It's a massive adjustment. You didn't live in a home,
mhm,
didn't really see a lot of safety, a lot of connection, um, and you couldn't communicate with anyone. So it's hard for me to think, did you have a learning disability or did you have so many disadvantages?
mhm,
It's very difficult for you to communicate with people. Um, it's your story, it's it's uplifting and heartbreaking at the same time, but I feel like there was a lot of heartbreak
mhm.
before um before that missionary saw you. What happened to your brother?
My older brother, he's still in Haiti. He's still in Haiti. That's all I know. And then the other person that I know of is my younger sister. She was adopted in the France when
Did you say France?
Haiti,
Did you say France?
France, yes.
France, yeah, okay. And no communication?
Actually, I've had communication with her and him. Through the internet, I communicated with my brother a little bit, and then my adoptive mom is friend with my sister's adoptive mom on Facebook. We communicate through that, and then my um, sophomore year of high school, she came to visit me in America.
When you were 3 years old and living on the streets with your brother, you guys were alone.
Yeah, we were alone in the street.
And how long did that last for?
I couldn't remember how long that was
Do
for.
you do you ever like have a dream about it or do you remember anything about it?
Not really. I mean, when I first got here, I had PTSD,
Yeah.
but I think, because I've had a really like supportive
Mhm.
adopted family
Mhm.
that I was able to get through all that and, grow through it.
I interviewed a woman. She was one of the last couple of interviews. She's 93 years old. She lost her, she was sexually assaulted at 11 years old,
Mhm.
lost her husband when she was 48 years old and had 5 children. She beat cancer twice. She watched her son survive stage 4 melanoma cancer. And
Ooh.
she's a very happy, grounded, filled with gratitude human being. And I asked her where that gratitude came from. You were talking about how the support and love from your adoptive family really helped you get through everything. And she said the same thing, that it wasn't for the love and support she had from her mother, her father, and her grandmother, she wouldn't have been strong enough to fight through those storms. And your strength, your fortitude, and your optimism, those are the aspects that I love about this platform and getting to meet people like you, because you're proof. You're proof to anyone out there that is struggling, that as dark as things may possibly get, and as hopeless as situations may possibly be, there's still a light and there's still something to hope for and to hang on to. Um, so when you got taken to work, you must have been 3 or 4 years old, correct?
Yeah, yeah, around that age, yep.
Do you remember what you were doing?
Um, well, um, I I was told that I was like doing things like I was like a kitchen slave,
Mhm.
run errands or something like that.
Mhm. Did you know what's interesting about being a human being is you may not be able to recall in your
Mhm.
memory, but the feelings remain inside of our body. Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
There's like an unconscious memory that remembers what that felt like. Do you agree?
yeah, I agree with that.
Which probably PTSD is probably a result of all of those. And you were probably, and I'm sure you've heard this before, way too young to emotionally handle, express, or
Mhm.
understand the absolute horrendous nightmare of a situation that you were in at such a young age. I think you're incredible. Um, and I'm so grateful that we connected. What
Mhm.
I love about you and I speaking is I usually will find someone that has an incredible story. I hear their story and I'm like, they're so interesting. I want to talk to them. But with you, we actually have someone mutual in common, King Ron.
Mhm. What's that?
King Ron, you follow him on Instagram, and so do I. Do you know him?
Yes, King Ron. Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we connected because of the deaf community and we support each other.
He's incredible.
Yeah, he is.
Ah,
That's awesome what he can do and how, that he is able to like support the deaf communities through just posting about like sign language and way that hearing people can communicate with us deaf, hard of hearing people, and just more and more access to you know s- communication is becoming more like open for the deaf community now.
isn't that a beautiful thing?
It is a beautiful thing. That's why I like him so much.
I think it's incredible that you and I are speaking. Technology has really afforded people
hmm
that are in the deaf or hard of hearing community an opportunity to really be a part of, to come to the party. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Right. Mm,
So between the ages of 3 years old and 6 years old, you were working as a child slave
hmm
for 3 years. Oh, three.
Yeah. You
Sorry.
know why? You know why it's that? Because if you think about it, instead of using like two hands,
Mm-hmm.
make it easier,
Mm-hmm.
smarter,
Mm-hmm.
not harder.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
What's 11?
11,
And 12?
12,
Oh,
12,
interesting. What's 20? 20. Interesting. And 30?
30.
30. Cool. Cool. Um, were you fed between 3 and 6? Like, did they feed you when you were a slave?
Yeah. I was malnourished.
Yeah. So you didn't like,
Yeah,
do
I
you
didn't
remember?
really eat. I was malnourished through
You would
that time.
you would just have to like scrounge for food?
Yep.
Jeez. And where did you sleep?
Just on the floor.
With other children?
Yeah, and possibly other adults too.
And was there abuse?
Yes, there was abuse in there that happened also too.
I'm sorry. That's a lot. Sorry.
Felt good.
Um, so it's a miracle. The missionary that saw something in you
hmm
and got you into an orphanage. How long were you adopted when you were 6 years old?
Yeah, I was adopted at about 6 years old.
And she flew with you from Haiti to Florida, correct?
Yes,
And did you meet your adoptive family in Haiti or in Florida?
in Florida.
Okay. And are they Italian?
Yes, my dad is Italian. My mom is German.
How long before you arrived in the States did they realize that you were deaf?
Um, when they they found out I was hard of hearing, I couldn't remember when. I think like when they found out I was hard of hearing, I think it might have been kindergarten. I'm not sure, but I think it was kindergarten that they found out I was hard of hearing.
And did you go to a regular school?
Yes, I went to a regular school, mainstream
Right.
school,
What'd you say?
mainstream school. That means hearing school. Yeah.
Right. And so did you have Ron said that when he was in school, well, the first school that he went to was actually an integrated mainstream and hard of hearing school. So it had mainstream kids, and kids with disabilities. So at
Mhm.
yours, but by the time he went to a mainstream school, he had a full-time aide. Did you have an aide in school with you?
So, yeah, I did have an aide. I didn't have an interpreter, but what I had was, so what they did was, I would do all the regular classes with everyone else, but then when it was time to do like testing or homework, I would go, to the aid, the special need room to do my test and homework because I needed more time
Mm.
on those things.
It must have been extremely difficult, your school experience, because and this is the thing that Ron was talking about, mainstreaming ASL into the educational system. Kids can't communicate with you, teachers can't communicate with you, and it's very isolating.
Yes, it was very isolating, especially that I went to a mostly all white school, that most were closed-minded, didn't really have any idea of what it was like to be in a place that was full of diversity
Mhm.
and that's why when I got the opportunity at Gallaudet, I was happy. At first I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be around those people because I was so used to being in the hearing world, but then getting that opportunity was just great for me.
I'm sorry, I missed it. What opportunity?
Gallaudet, going to
Oh,
Gallaudet
right, right,
University,
right.
the
That
deaf
was,
school in DC.
right. It's a college in Washington, DC, correct?
Yes,
For the hard of hearing.
both deaf and hard of hearing.
So I keep saying deaf. You're saying hard of hearing. What's the difference?
So the difference between deaf and hard of hearing. So deaf, deaf means like you can't hear anything.
Okay.
Hard of hearing means you can hear, but not as good as hearing people, but you also are not deaf either. You know what I mean? Like you're in the middle.
Yes.
Like you're in the middle. Now there's different like ranges ranges of it depending on how well you hear.
Do you have implants?
No,
You
no, I
do.
don't need it. I don't need it. I I do have hearing aids though.
Do you use them?
I did when I was in elementary through high school, but then when I got to Gallaudet, being recruited for football, my coach, other people that were there said, I mean, you could use it, but most people usually like take them off because they want to be able to communicate through sign language, and the less you talk, the more your communication through sign language improves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's better to not talk and just stay quiet and use your hands.
What position do you play?
Running back.
Running back. My son loves football. During COVID, he taught me how to play football. And
Play football.
I was essentially his quarterback. I can't listen. Can I throw like Tom Brady? No, I cannot. But it's not bad for a mom. It's not bad for a mom.
Tom Brady, Tom Brady's not the most talented guy either, but hey,
Yep.
he
Yep.
through the hard times too, and that's
Yep.
what makes him so great today too. And I look up to him.
You know, it's it's not the person that's the best.
Hmm.
It's not the person that has the most talent. It's the person that works the hardest and
Hmm.
puts in the most time. It's dedication. Everything is dedication.
Fact. And funny you said that because a lot of like coaches will tell you oh, someone else may not work as hard as you, but if they have better talent than you, they're replacing you. I mean, yeah, that's great and stuff, but they always say like, oh, there could be one cast. But then if a better cast comes in and he has more talent, no matter how hard you work compared to someone else who may work less, they may be better than you. But I do agree with your point saying, working hard is better than always having the talent or something given to you out of nowhere.
Right, absolutely. Um, so everybody on your football team is either deaf or hard of hearing?
Yes, we do have a few like people that are hearing on the team too, but that's normally because they know ASO. They have a family that graduated from Gallaudet. They're a CODA, child of a deaf adult.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Um, and what other teams do you play?
We play hearing school.
Right. How
Mhm.
does that work?
How does that work?
Yeah.
We use a big drum that helps, with the vibration,
Mm-hmm.
and, some people hear it and it helps with like special teams, offense and defense. Communication is always through sign language, and that's how we do our plays. And the thing they're working on right now is a helmet because about the radio that in the helmet that like college and NFL use it.
Mm-hmm.
So but it's not the radio. It's more of the visual. So they have this little thing right here, and the coach will use his like iPad and put like 212 switch,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll give like the signal to the helmet, and they'll get to play visually.
Is that a real thing that exists?
Yes, yes. AT&T work with Gallaudet on that, and I was in the commercial.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
So,
That's really incredible. And the advancement in that type of technology is so inclusive
mhm.
and just really makes me very happy that, people are working on bringing the deaf or hard of hearing community more into just, assimilated into regular life. Like that's
Mhm.
unbelievable. Tell me about your family, your adoptive family, your relationship with them. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have two older sisters. They're about 10 years older than me. So when I was adopted, they always joke that that was the only time they enjoy having a brother, but they're joking.
Uh,
Um, yeah, so when I was adopted and I met them, we had to learn to build a relationship, and most of the time, they were not around since they were a lot older than me. Um, today we still have a good relationship. And then my parents, they are both big Michigan fans.
oh, really?
Yeah, and they
That's funny.
graduated from University of Michigan, so we support
Yep.
that. And we have I think we have a unique family in a way.
But a family is a family.
Hmm.
A family is any group of people that live together
Hmm.
under the same roof that love, support, and want the best for each other. Boom, that's a family.
Not by blood.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Hmm.
Seems like, a miracle kind of happened in your life by some grace of God, by some magical thing in the universe that it literally lifted you out of hell and placed you in a loving home, which is usually not the ending to that type of story. Um, so your story is incredible. So elementary school, junior high school, socially, is it the same for you now, or is it different now for you? Like, are you friends with everybody?
Am I friend with everybody?
Like now in your
It
life,
it depends on the energy.
well,
Yeah, you know.
we're not talking about jerks. We're not talking about not nice people. Um,
Oh,
but is it easy to make
it's
friends?
easier to make friends. I mean, it's still a struggle today, but I think I think, through all that I've been through, I think that I've been able to make friends a little bit easier
Mhm,
with deaf community support, my family's support.
mhm.
But there will be times where I go through times where you meet people, that won't communicate with you or won't help you, but that's fine.
Whether you're whether you can hear or not, we all go through that. Um, I kind of consider it, people that have an open heart. I obviously gravitate towards people that have an open heart. They are understanding,
Hmm.
they're sympathetic, they're generally really good people, and they're generally honest.
Hmm.
And the opposite of that, you can feel it. You can feel when someone isn't genuine. You can feel when someone's disingenuous, and those aren't the kinds of people that we want to be around at all.
I bet I've had that time through school, sport, life, work, and even telling my story. And when I first came out with my merge, there were people questioning like why do I get the opportunity to tell my story? They didn't like it, or they didn't like that I made my own merch, and I thought it was a cool thing to do, and
Is
I kept doing it and stuck with it ever since.
the only, this is, I've heard this. This is one of the most important things that I've ever heard in my life. And it was a fashion designer. Her name is Diane von
Hmm.
Furstenberg. And she said, the most important relationship you have is with yourself.
Hmm.
And if you are happy with the choices that you're making, that essentially is all that matters. And if you have an idea and you want to pursue something, the only approval that you need is from yourself. You're always going to be met with people that disagree with you. You're always going to be met with people that don't believe in you.
Hmm.
In my opinion, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Of course, I want people to like this platform, right? And I want it to be successful. Of course
Hmm.
I do. Uh, but it doesn't matter to me if it doesn't succeed. It's not going to make me stop trying. It's not going to stop me from doing this. These conversations have meant more to me in the past year and have excited me more in the past year, aside from having children, than anything in my entire life. It has been such a gift. And if I doubted myself, I never would have met all of the incredible people that I've met over the past year and a half. Like if someone told me that the idea was crazy and it was a waste of time and I believed them, I wouldn't be in front of you hearing your phenomenal story. Um, what does the future look like for you?
What does my future look like? Right now, I'm working as a, fitness coach and a sports coach, and I see myself continuing that, but I also see Survive and Thrive continuing to grow because I'm also working on a book right now. So I see it being successful.
Do you, how do you think, with everything that you've been through um, more than the average person. Uh, and it's very difficult emotionally, mentally to survive what you've been through. How do you how do you push past the struggles you've had?
So I pushed through it. I mean, with the help of football, it really has done it because when I first started football, it was this one time my adoptive dad was coaching the team, and I was sick like the day before, and it was like practice, and then we went into the game, and I didn't know what I was doing because I was struggling with communication, all that fun stuff. And then my dad and the other coaches decided that they wanted to see what I can do in fifth grade. It was fun. Um, they give me the ball, I run through people, score the touchdown,
Oh my God.
and when I knew my moment was in football, it was a great moment for me. But then, as I continue to succeed in football. But, along the way, I learned, not everyone can support your success. Like the high school coach I have didn't really support it, didn't care, told me I was gonna drop out of college, but
Well, we don't like him.
to me,
We
and
don't like
then
him.
and then a couple college coaches told me that I would never see like the field, but at the end of the day, I didn't care. I just kept working, and I wouldn't say the best football player, but I would say I felt like I was the hardest worker out there.
It's really surprising to me just when anyone understands your situation.
Hmm.
Okay, so even if someone doesn't understand where you came from, doesn't understand how you struggled as a child, but is aware that you're hard of hearing
Hmm.
and still will kind of try to keep you down,
Hmm.
that is, it's just like the worst form of a human being. Somebody that is already, I'm not saying that you have to feel sorry for someone, and I'm not saying you have to let someone with a disability play just because you feel bad for them. I don't, and I think you believe the same thing. Like, don't do me any favors. Don't
No.
don't do me any favors, but Don't
Just give
need.
me access. Just give me more access through it all. You don't have to be miserable about yourself, you know.
No, absolutely not. But I think I think what I've learned is people like that, when they go home
Hmm.
and they go home to their families and they're sitting on the couch, at the end of the day, those people are not happy. They
Hmm.
don't know how to be happy, and they will never be happy. If you don't want your neighbor to do well, if you don't say good job to the people that are doing well in your life, you're filled with envy, and
Hmm.
you're filled with the negative things in life that, gosh, what did I hear today? I heard this saying that, gosh, I can't remember. I'm going to bungle it. But your level of happiness, this was it. It's your level, it's happiness minus the amount of envy you have. That's how happy you are. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that is interesting. I never thought about that.
I know. If you're looking at someone else and thinking, I wish my life was like that. I wish I had what they had. Their life must be so great. That's how happy you are. You're not content with your own self, your own being, what you have.
Right. And I've also seen people, you remember when you said you've been through a lot?
Mm.
I've had typical Americans, whether it's on the football field or off of it, compare my story to theirs and say, hey, I've been through a little bit too, and that compares a little bit. I said, that's not even close
No,
to what Haiti goes through.
no.
You're talking about American, that's not even close. And, I think, you know, America, sometimes is not awake about things and think, oh, the perfect place and don't see that. No, American do have flaws. It's not perfect here. There's so many things that need to be fixed, but Haiti, though, is a big mess.
Yeah.
And that's what Americans don't understand.
I think I grew up in this country, um, and I see what's going on in the world,
Hmm.
but I will never understand because I have never been through, I had struggles growing up. Um, our family, our family was quite chaotic growing,
Hmm.
um, but nothing compared to what you've been through. But another person said that for only 50 years, for the past 50 years, has someone been able to take a hot shower. So the ability to take a hot shower has only been available for 50 years.
Hmm.
So prior to that, people didn't have that comfort. They didn't have the comfort of food availability as it is, cars,
Hmm.
television, iPhone, washing machines, dishwashers, all of these things in life, schools, education, governmental programs, government assistance.
Hmm.
There are there are so many things that this country has that makes life so easy, but it also, you don't realize how difficult other people have it unless you actually go there or talk to someone. But you're
Right. That too. And speaking of that, even when I went to the orphanage, we didn't have that shower. We didn't have the toilet. We our beds were not comfortable. We slept on bed that were full of bugs,
Wow.
um, rodents.
Yep.
Our shower was in like a bucket. Our clothes were ripped apart, too big, too small, smelly, and washing was done in the bucket.
You probably had to wash your own clothes.
Probably
I'm sure you did. I'm
we
sure
did.
you did.
We didn't have
And,
that
and
technology.
I bet you, I bet you didn't even have a pair of shoes.
Yeah, I had like worn out lip flop,
Yeah.
or I was just walking on my bare toe.
I can't imagine how foreign everything must have been when you first moved in with your adoptive family. Like everything from running water to a
Mhm.
television to no noise. Did you have your own room?
For
You- When
Haiti,
when you
when
first,
I was adopted,
yeah,
yeah, I had my own room
that must have been insane.
because in the orphanage, we we all we all slept in the same room, and
Mm,
it was crowded with
mm.
many people, and there was not really much space. And the thing is, as you got older, when you were old enough, you I wasn't sure like the age, but some kids, get kicked out early and they have to find like their own life because they're bringing in new kids.
Do you ever have the desire to go back and help?
I do, but right now it's a struggle. I have not been there since 2005,
Mhm.
but it's a struggle with like, a lot of gang violence
Yeah.
that's happening right now, and they don't
There,
have,
is there no government?
no, they don't have that.
And there's no law, there's no order.
Nope.
I wonder why the world um isn't helping to get Haiti in order. They don't care
And yep, they don't care.
because what does Haiti export? Do they export anything? Make
Can
anything?
can
Like
can you
it,
explain that to me?
like in Saudi Arabia, they have oil. In like China makes automobiles. Is there anything in Haiti that they make?
I'm not sure.
Right. So you know what's pathetic and sad? It has no value.
So,
Do you know
oh,
what I mean?
so value, yeah, right.
It has no value, therefore no one looks in that direction.
Mhm.
How many people are in Haiti, do you know?
Um,
Let's Google it.
I'm not sure the number, but the other thing people are always doing is they assume that Haiti is in um Africa.
Oh, it's not. It's an island. Um,
That's an island in
yeah,
the Caribbean,
right, right.
not far from Florida.
It's at 11.64 million people as in 2023. 11 million people live in Haiti.
Hmm.
Um, that's unbelievable. I think, obviously They need help. They need help from the United Nations. They need help for order, because I'm sure out of 11.5 million people, I'm sure most of them are good people. And I'm sure most of them want a better life.
Mhm.
And I think if there are people that aren't doing great things, it's out of pure desperation.
Oh yeah, right. Because when I was when I was struggling with life as, as a kid, I was taught to steal.
Hmm.
I was taught to manipulate
Mhm.
and all that stuff, which could have been my life had I stayed in Haiti. And when I was adopted, I continued to do those things um, in America, but this was more when I was a kid because I didn't know any better, and I was still living the Haiti life, thinking, "Oh yeah, I can get away with that. I can do that. I can do that." But thanks to my adoptive family support, I didn't go to that path.
You know, what really jumped out to me is how some people assume that you'll be bad forever
Mm,
because of, and that you can't rehabilitate, that a human being can't be rehabilitated
mm,
emotionally, personally, mentally. But you are proof. You are proof that between the ages of 0 and 6 years old, you can be taught to be manipulative, be taught to steal, and be taught to do whatever you needed to do to survive.
mm,
And through love, I know for a fact your parents are gentle and understanding. That's the only way you would have been able to learn what you have learned, grow in the way that you have grown, and succeeded in the way that you have succeeded, because your parents must
mm,
be incredibly lovely people. Um, so human beings truly, 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 if shown love, if shown understanding, and if given someone that cares about them and is interested, can flourish. It doesn't matter if you're 6 years old or 12 years old or 17 years old. If people show an interest in the kids that have been abused and the kids that have had such an unbelievably bad hand, you understand what I mean by that? Like when you play poker, you get a bad hand.
mm. Oh yeah, completely understand that.
Yeah. Love and compassion. More love, more compassion,
Hmm.
more understanding, less judgment.
Right. Less judgment and just, and that's where I look at it as, people, need to understand my story. And that's why I like talking about it, and I have people that don't want to listen to the same story every day, but I'm gonna keep telling it because, you know, it opens up to more people, and there's people still in Haiti or even other countries that are in my struggle right now that need the help and need to see, hear it, and they need to see what real love is like.
I love that. This is a question that I ask everybody, and
Mhm.
we're going to make kind of a montage of everybody's answer.
Right.
Cass, what do you think is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life, I think I think the meaning of life, and it's my favorite saying, it's on my shirt, survive and thrive. That's what I always go by. meaning no matter what you go through, that, everything will be fine. You just have to have the right people looking out for you and, just make sure that, you're going the right path and don't be afraid to ask for help, even if you don't need it.
This conversation blew me away. You are a really incredible person. I would love to meet you one day. I feel how genuine you are. I truly just feel it in my heart. You're a great guy. I can't wait to see everything you accomplish. I know you're going to go far because of your determination and because of who you are. Thank you so much for this. I'm so glad you reached out. I'm so glad we were able to do it. I think you're unbelievable, and I'm lucky to have met you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Same to you.
Thank you.